Both tempera paint and acrylic paint are easy to use as they are both water-based and quick-drying, and they can give way to many vibrant and colorful artworks. Generally, tempera paint nowadays is washable and non-toxic while still giving you opaque and vibrant color, whereas acrylic paint is known for being permanent, with a wide variety of colors and finishes to choose from. Let's get into both to find out what's the difference between tempera and acrylic paint. Now let's dive into the depths of this video. Tempera paint vs. acrylic paint. What makes them similar? These two types of paint are vastly different, but the main thing they have in common is that they are water-based and quick-drying. You can easily water down these paints to the consistency you like. You can definitely paint and layer with both acrylic and tempera paint, but you'll want thinner layers for tempera paint as it can crack. Acrylic vs. tempera paint. What's the big difference? While both acrylic and tempera paint are water-based, that's as much as they have in common. The main difference is how permanent they are when they dry. Tempera paint is washable and can be reactivated with water, so at most it's semi-permanent, whereas acrylic paint dries permanently and is known for its light-fast qualities. Let's compare and contrast the two. Composition. Paint is made with a combination of pigment powders and something to bind them together. This binder helps the paint stick to a surface, like canvas or paper. Notice when acrylic paint dries, it's similar to rubber or plastic. That's because acrylic paint is made with pigment suspended in an acrylic polymer emulsion. Tempera paint is traditionally made up of color pigment, water, and egg. Sometimes it's also made with a milk-based product called casein. Permanence and drying time. Tempera paint dries quickly because it's water-based and water-activated. It's totally washable, so no worries if you've gotten it accidentally on a surface. Acrylic paint dries quite rapidly, more so than tempera paint. But once it's dry, it's dry. Acrylic is water-soluble, but once dry, it resists water solvents. It sort of turns into a hardened plastic-like state. Consistency. Tempera paint commonly comes in two forms, in a tube or cup, or as a paint cake kind of like pan watercolor. In terms of consistency, tempera paint becomes creamy in liquid form and is semi-opaque. Meanwhile, acrylic paint is thicker yet still creamy and can be watered down with other mediums, solvents, and retardants. Finish. Tempera paint dries down to a matte, sometimes chalky finish. Acrylic paint, on the other hand, dries semi-glossy. If you're not a fan of the shine, you can get other mediums to create a different varnish for your acrylic paint. An advantage of acrylic paint is your variety of paint finishes and textures. You can find matte acrylic paint, even metallic and iridescent ones. Surfaces. Tempera paint is wonderful for craft work. You can paint on paper or board, cardstock, and even papier mâche. Acrylic paint, on the other hand, is extremely durable and it can stick to many different surfaces. It's a great option for working on wood, metal fabric, and ceramics besides the usual paper or canvas. Lightfastness. This refers to how well your colors resist fading over time. Generally, tempera paint is less lightfast than acrylic paint due to its semi-permanent nature. With acrylics, lightfastness varies by paint and brand. You can sometimes see how lightfast an acrylic paint is on the tube or can's packaging. Tempera vs. acrylic. Which one should you use? There are also non-toxic acrylic paints available on the market. If you want your artwork to last a long time, we recommend using acrylic paint over tempera paint. The polymer in the acrylic paint keeps it flexible even when dry, so your work won't crack. It's also more lightfast and resistant to fading over time. Now it's your turn. Which one impresses you the most? Let us know in the comment section below. Also, do share and subscribe to our channel for further video notifications.